See that right there? That is not the way to chop wood. Oftentimes I'm at the campsites. Anywhere I've been so far, I've seen people not able to chop wood correctly. Now, I'm not saying that that is wrong. I'm saying that I have a better way to show you guys how to chop wood that will improve your chopping abilities, will also make chopping so much easier, and you won't look like a dummy. The next video after this you're gonna have to watch, because I'm gonna show you how to make a fire, because I've seen after you chop the wood, people especially at campsites, men and women both, struggling to start a fire. Now I have a little solo stove right here, which I'm going to be using to start a fire. That's what we usually use here. But regardless, first video will be how to chop wood. Now, is this the correct way? That's debatable. All my life, I've always chopped wood like this. Not no more. Now, I'm going to show you what I do. So much easier. We'll get right into this, and you guys will see exactly how to do it. Now, I do want to give you one more tip before I start chopping. Know what's under your ground, because look at this right here. You see this line in the grass? When Dish installed my cable about, I don't know, probably before I bought this house, they put the cable right through here. I didn't know. I'll tell you guys about this line as I'm chopping the wood. It's pretty interesting, so you might want to keep this in mind while you're watching. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the chopping. Now, you can use really any axe, maul, whatever you want to use. If you do it this way, potentially you'll break the handle. Now, to alleviate that problem, I'm going to show you what I use now, because I used to always have problems breaking handles. When I was a kid, my grandmother and grandfather would not like it because I'd break the handle every time. So this is what I got to alleviate that problem. Now, you don't have to get this, but this is what I like. This is a Milwaukee axe. It's pretty short. It's pretty heavy. It's got this fluted head. I'm not an axe expert. Before I get started with this, I don't know all the terms. I'm not claiming to. I'm claiming to show you I've been chopping wood since I was probably about 14 years old, you know, and pretty good at it now. So don't usually break heads too much, but this one right here, you don't have to worry about it. As you see, there's no marks on here because I've mastered it by chopping the way I'm going to show you. So let's get in here and show you real quick one problem with chopping like this. Naturally, you see what I have here. I have this piece of wood that's up on a block. Now, this block is a little too short, but you get the picture. A lot of times you put this on here, you know, and it rocks back and forth, you know, or you can't get it set up straight. Your block falls over, whatever, you know. There's all kinds of reasons why I personally don't like to have this. One is sometimes when you come down, you keep on going and it goes right into the ground. Now, you probably can't see it from that distance, but this is where my old cable used to be for my satellite. I decided, about a month ago or so, to chop wood straight on the grass. So what I did, I just put a piece of wood right here, and I just chopped. Well, when I went through the wood, it went straight into the ground, boom, right through the cable of my satellite. We had no satellite. Luckily, I had that disc protect, regardless. You know, you put it on here, potentially you could have where you're chopping, right? Here, let me chop it. Now, see? See? This axe, if you watched, it went over here. No control. No control. Did it work? Absolutely did work. But I don't like the stump method. That's what I call it. So we're going to bypass this. The best way to do this, in my opinion, guys, is to take you a piece of wood that you've cut. Now, you see how this thing is shaped right here? It doesn't matter how you put this on the ground. I'm going to show you, it doesn't matter. You can put it like this, or you can put it like this. I don't really care, but I like it like this. Now, what happens is you put this on the ground, you put your wood behind it. All right? My ground is not very level here. Now, when you go to swing and it hits through there, it's going to hit this piece of wood behind here and stop the axe completely. Not going in the ground, not going right or left or into your shins. So let me show you. All right? Every time. Every time. Look where it ended. right there. Not in the ground, not in my foot, not in my shin, not over here like it did when it was on the stump. Every time. All right. All right, here we go again. Every time, every time, every time. Not in the ground, not on you. Now, you get to this point, right? You can easily cut it, lay your piece of wood like this, and chop. Boom. All right, every time. It's that easy, guys. Now, I'm not gonna stand here, or sit here, I guess, and tell you that putting it on a stump is the wrong way, because it's clearly not. You know, like I mentioned before, been on all these campsites, and I watch these people. I'm not gonna say men, because it's both, it's men and women. But I will say it's mainly men who try to chop and they can't. Or, you know, most of the wood you buy from the campsites anyway are already chopped. But what if you bring your own wood like we do? I bring it in big slivers and I chop it down. You know, another thing is when you're got it down that low, you can really put the power coming straight down, you know, and it's gonna hit that piece of wood every single time. It's not gonna go in the ground or anywhere else. So, you know, you had full power, full range of motion with that. You know, and another good positive is, if you're using the stump method, which is what I call, you got to pick that piece of wood up, put it on top. Hopefully it stays. And if you miss just a little bit, it's going flying. Your axe is going one way, your wood's going another. So it's kind of, to me, not a good setup. Did it a long time ago when I was a kid. Did a lot like that a long time ago when I was a kid. But when I got a little more wise and spent some time in the woods trying to figure out how I can not cut my legs off if I was back in the bush far, I come up with that, and it's a pretty good idea. I think I actually saw it later on, like a couple years ago on YouTube. I thought, damn, I've been doing that for a while now. So anyway, regardless, that's the way that I would recommend doing it. Anyway, what do you think about my fence, guys? Leave me a comment down below if you thought it looked pretty good. Yours truly did that. If you want to see how to make a fire, make sure you tune in next week, because I'm going to show you how to make a fire. It'll work anywhere. Any kind of setup you got. Make sure that you watch that. Subscribe, like this video, and if you want to see one of my adventures in the cold weather camping, click right here, guys, and I'll meet you in that video. Until that video comes out, how to start a fire, God bless, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.